idea started in a tiny form. Welcome to Flip the Pages. My name is Ayodele Moiwataiwo. Flip the Pages is my YouTube channel dedicated to book reviews. From time to time, I come on this channel to talk about amazing books written by phenomenal authors. And I have taken time to read another book that I found so interesting. And not only that, I can tell you that this book is a vault. It contains a lot of treasures, and I kept reading and reading and reading. And I can tell you that there are books and there are books. There are some books that when you read through and you are done, you put away somewhere. There are some that whenever you want to rearrange your library, you give out. And there are some books that they perpetually become a member of your family. Today's book is one of such books. It is amazing and it is deep. Believe me sincerely, you will do well to get a copy of that book. The title of the book is Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. Get a copy for your library. You will enjoy it. Atomic Habit is all about the little things that we can do to have a great life. The book talks about quite a number of things that we can put in place in our lives to ensure that we end up doing great things, we end up achieving uncommon success that we envy in other people, things that we think that we cannot achieve naturally. Now, let me start by telling you this. I want you to know there is nothing impossible for you to achieve as long as your mind is centered on it. I want you to know that there is no mountain that is too great for you to climb. There is nothing under the earth that you cannot accomplish if you truly pour yourself into it and you put in place everything needed to make sure that it becomes a reality in your life. Now, reading through Atomic Habits, I have come to discover the amazing power of the human mind and how some little things can be put together to achieve great things and uncommon feats. Now, what's this book all about? This book, Atomic Habits, is something that is very straightforward. I like the fact that when you take time to read this book, you can apply it to practically every aspect of your life. I want you to know that your dreams are valid. I want you to know that every human being on the face of the earth achieving great things today did not start from that point. They started small. That famous actor that is getting award upon award did not start from that point. That phenomenal athlete that is constantly getting global recognition did not start from that point. I want you to know that the person who wrote the bestseller that is all over the world today, being translated into several languages, did not start from that point. Now, what's the secret of great people and how can you achieve great things? That's the essence of today's video. The title of today's video is The Best Way to Start Great Things. I took my time to lay the foundation for the video in order for you to know that you are not immune to greatness. I want you to know that you are not immune to greatness. I want you to know that if every other person can do it, you can also do it, and you can do it even much more. Now, I want you to know that greatness has never been and can never be a single person's birthright. And what do I mean by that? Oftentimes we see people who are making waves in a particular field and we think that they've taken all the great achievements in that field. We feel that there is no other person who can rise up to match up with that person or who can rise up to exceed that person. Nothing could be further from the truth. I want you to know that there is no limit to human greatness. There is no limit to what you can achieve. There is no limit to what you can accomplish. And I want to assure you that as much as you can think about it, as much as you can conceive the idea that you want to accomplish great things, you are well able, you are capable of doing just that. This book is written in elementary language. It's like a coach taking you by your hands and teaching you what to do in order to get the job done. Now, how do you start great things? How do you accomplish great things? I'm going to talk about some points briefly. The starting point is for you to know that you have a right to greatness too. I want you to know that you are not excluded from greatness. You are not immune, like I said earlier on, to greatness. You are not excluded from greatness. If others can be great, you can be great also. If others can rise, you can rise also. I want you to know that in no way that no one is superior to you. You are not inferior to anyone. Now, that is your superpower, knowing that you can achieve great things, knowing that you are capable of achieving great things should cheer you up to set on the road to greatness. Most of the time, we started from that point, knowing that we can do great things, trying to achieve great things, and we actually try to put in our effort, but at a point we discover that it's quite tough and we just stop. We give up doing that altogether. Having known that you can do great things, now let's get down to the basics. How can you start great things? I got three major things from this book, and I'm going to talk about each of these three one after the other. What is the first thing that I got about the ways to achieve great things from this book? The first thing that you need to do in order to start the journey of greatness, in order to accomplish great things, is for you to actually recognize the goal. Now, it's like the game of I love watching it. I enjoy watching it because there is always a goal. There is always something that you are running towards. There is something that you want to achieve. You are not just running around the field aimlessly, dribbling the ball. There is something you set out to accomplish before you start any venture, before you indulge in any battle. I want you to ask yourself, what is in it for me? What is the goal? What do I tend to gain, by embarking on this venture? What is the goal? What do I set to achieve? And when you talk about the goal, I want the goal to be something that is organic to you. I want the goal to be something fulfilling to you. I want the goal to be something that is going to impart the human race. So before you indulge in anything, before you embark on anything, I want you to sit down and look at the overall picture. Look at it from a 360-degree point of view and conclude on what the goal is to you. And like I said, let the goal be something that is organic to you. Let the goal be something that you find satisfying, and let the goal be something that is going to benefit mankind. Let the goal be something that is going to enrich the lives of other people. The moment you get the goal, you will know how to persevere through the process. A lot of people embark on journeys without having a goal. A lot of people want to be like the person close to them who is also on a journey. A lot of people want to do similar things, because they feel that is what is trending at the moment. A lot of people want to follow the crowd. No, before you join the rat race, I want you to look at the overall goal. What is the goal? What are you setting out to achieve by what you want to do? You want to be great in something, you want to be outstanding in something, you want to break the mark in something, you want to become an icon in a particular field. Why do you want to do that? What is the goal? When you recognize the goal, then you will know how to go about it. When you recognize the ultimate goal, when you recognize where you are heading towards and why you are heading towards that direction, it sets you at liberty to pursue it with the whole of your heart, with the whole of your strength. It gives you the inspiration that you need to keep at it, even when things get difficult. Now, talking about atomic habits, they are the things that are broken into simple little units so that by the time you combine the units together, you will arrive at your goal. Let me read something quickly from this book to that effect. I want to quickly read something from this book. In this book, I'm on page 34, and I read, "The goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal is not to learn an instrument. The goal is to become a musician." Before you can do great things, you need to understand your goal. You need to recognize your goal. Who do you want to become in the process of doing that thing? Who do you want to become? For instance, I can say the goal for you could be to become someone who speaks better, someone who becomes more eloquent, someone who can face the crowd and deliver effortlessly. The goal for you could be to become a great communicator, not necessarily a YouTuber. The goal for you could be to become a great communicator, and YouTube could just give you that platform to hone your skills, the platform to talk, the platform to put your thoughts together, the platform to connect with people, the platform, to become logical in the way you present your facts and figures in relation to talking to people. Recognize your goal. What do you set out to do? But beyond the doing, who do you set out to become? That is the first thing that you need to understand when you want to achieve great things. Do you want to pass your examination? That is just a pathway to something, to who you want to become. Who do you want to become? You probably want to become a successful executive. You probably want to become a successful scholar. That is why you want to pass your examinations. You want to become better because because you want your life to be easier. So before you embark on the journey of starting great things, recognize your goal. Who do you want to become in the process? That is the first thing that I got from this book. Now, let's move on to the second point. It is okay to desire to achieve great things. It's so wonderful to long to achieve great things. But there is no way you can achieve great things without a map, without a plan. And to that end, you need to build systems. Reading Atomic Habits opened my mind. It expanded my horizon about how to put things in place to achieve my goal. It's not enough to have a goal, it's not enough to have a destination in mind, but in addition to that, there must be some sort of structure put in place. There must be some sort of system that is going to support the end goal. And that is something that is also crucial. Most of the time, people start amazing things and they do it for a brief period of time. And before you know it, they get discouraged due to one reason or the other and they stop. They get halfway and they stop because they failed at something. When you realize this is what you want to become, this is the goal, this is what you set out to achieve, this is the goal, you don't stop there. You have to build systems around your life to support your goal. Do you want to become a great parent? That is the goal, that is the end result. Now, what are the systems that you are putting in place in order for you to become a great parent? Now, what are the things that you need to do, the things that you need to learn, the things that you need to unlearn or relearn in order for you to be an amazing parent to your children? You need to put systems in place. And in this book, there is also something written about that. Let me read it quickly. In this book, I'm going to read something about systems and goals. I'm going to take the first part on page 23 regarding that. On page 23, I read, "Goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results." Now, flipping the page to the next page on page 24, I read, "Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making progress." Let me read that again. "Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making progress." Sometimes we complain that we are not making progress on a lot of things that we set out to achieve. We waste a lot of time, we waste a lot of energy, we waste a lot of resources. And it's basically because we've not taken time to put processes, to put systems in place to support our goal, to support, you know, the journey towards the direction that we are working towards. I want you to I want you to take it closer. I want you to look at it closely. I want you to look at your life, look at the things that you would like to do. What are the things that you want to achieve? What are the things that in the past you struggled with? What are the things that you tried in the past and in fact you got to a particular point before you turned back? What are those things that you left? What are the abandoned projects, in your life? Could it be that you don't know how to design systems, how to put structures in place to support that goal? And what are systems? You may ask. Systems are the things that will enhance the journey that you are making towards the goal, towards the direction. The goal, for instance, is for you to live a healthier life, not necessarily wake up every morning and work out or go to the gym from time to time in order for you to lose weight or in order for you to add a little bit here and there. The goal is you want to maintain, you want to live in a healthy body, and that is very okay. You want to live in a healthy body so that your life can be more meaningful, so that you will not be wasting money on medications, and that is very beautiful. You need to put structures in place to achieve that goal. What are the structures that you need to put in place? Probably you need to check your pantry, you need to check the kind of food that you store in your refrigerator, you need to check the kind of things that you put in your mouth, you need to check the time you sleep and the time you wake up. Now, talking about the goals, now talking about the systems that you need to put in place in order for you to achieve your goals, you need to understand clearly, apart from understanding the goal, what you set out to achieve, where you are going, the destination where you are going. Now, the structures will help you to get there. Like I said, if you are struggling with something, you may need to cut off from the people that enhance such lifestyle. You may need to say no to them. You may need to get yourself a new set of friends. Talking about your health, for instance, if you are often eating junk foods, you may need to look for people, whose lifestyle resembles the kind of lifestyle that you want. You need to put structures in place in order for you to achieve your goal. If you have a goal without structure, it's just like daydreaming. It's not going to work. There is nothing that is going to be added to your life if you are constantly wishing for something as your goal without putting structures in place. That's the second point. Thanks so much for listening to this video up to this point. I do appreciate it. Before I continue the video, I want to say something shortly. I have a second YouTube channel dedicated to faith and lifestyle. The name of that channel on YouTube is A Well Watered Garden. If you are interested in getting content on faith and lifestyle, please do check my second YouTube channel. Do not forget the name of that channel is A Well Watered Garden. And also in the same vein, I want to introduce you to what I do. I am a bookpreneur. I enjoy working with books. I enjoy working with people to birth their books. I like reading books. I like writing books. Peradventure, you have some books that you want to edit, you want to proofread, you want to write your biography, or you have ideas, sketches of ideas flying up and down, in your mind, and you do not have the time or the expertise to put pen to paper and write the book. That is what I do. We will sit together, we will rub minds together on your ideas, and we will look at how to write such ideas in a book. I would like to hear from you. My email addresses are on the screen. Feel free to get in touch with me to edit your book, to proofread your book, or to write your biography. I'll be more than willing to work with you. Let's work together and change the world one book at a time. Now, let's continue with the video. Next thing that I want to talk about in this video that is going to enhance your desire to achieve great things is for you to create an environment. Like I said at the beginning, I said that the starting point is for you to recognize the goal. The second thing for you to do is to build a system that's going to support that goal. And the next thing, the third thing that you need to do is to build a tribe. You need to build an environment that is going to support that system. We always talk about getting your own tribe, getting your own people, getting your own community. When we talk about such things, when we talk about your community, when we talk about your tribe, when we talk about your society, we are just talking about belongingness. We are talking about you belonging into a place where what you want can materialize. You belonging, to a set of people who share the same value, who share the same ideas about what you want to achieve, so that you can equally achieve the same thing. If you want to travel from point A to B, you do not need to join the wagon of someone who intends to reverse from point B to A. If you want to journey from point A to B, you do not have to join the company of someone who is trying to retrace his or her steps from point B to A. Because if you do that, as you are trying to progress from point A to B, it will be in contrast to what the other person is trying to do. That person is actually trying to retrace his or her steps from point B to return back to base in point A. You have to be careful of the kind of people that you have at your table. You have to be careful of the kind of people that you have in your space. The truth of the matter is, if they are not adding to you, they are taken from you. There is no neutral ground when it comes to the issue of the people in your space, the people in your circle, the people sitting at your table. It is either they are adding value to you, or they are deducting from you. There is no vacuum. It's either they are adding to you or they are subtracting from you. You have to be very careful of the people at your table. This is the very first episode on the Atomic Habits series. I'll be back very soon with the second episode, and we will continue to explore the book. I'd like to implore you to kindly look for a local library close to you and get a copy of this amazing book. Get online and get the soft copy of the book. The book, like I said earlier on, is a vault. It contains a lot of treasures and it is written in easy to read language. You will do well to own a copy of the book. And with that, I've come to the end of the first episode of the Atomic Habits series. And if you've taken time to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I want to say thank you so very much. I do not in any way take that for granted. If you have not taken time to subscribe, come on, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, help me to grow, and do not forget to click on the like button, and do feel free to share the video with your loved ones. And if you've taken time to read the book, I would like to know, what did you get from this book? Feel free to share with me in the comment section. Let me know. In addition to that, let me know where you're watching from. And with that, I'm drawing the curtain saying bye for now.